So, have you ever noticed something kind of strange about your daily habits? You open up your phone and somehow it's always the biggest, messiest argument that instantly grabs your attention. It's like this massive online train wreck. And it's a slightly shameful behavior, right? Because even when we really don't want the drama, we simply cannot look away. Okay, let's dive into this. Why exactly does your brain love drama? I mean, why do negative stories spread like wildfire while the positive ones just kind of fade out? And why does a single emotionally charged argument stay locked in our minds way longer than dozens of peaceful, normal conversations? Well, most people just assume the answer is simple. Humans secretly enjoy the chaos. But actually, it's not because you enjoy chaos. The real truth behind our attraction to conflict is far more fascinating. It's deeply mysterious, deeply scientific, and it's tied directly to human evolution. Section 1. The allure of drama. A modern digital train wreck. A celebrity scandal. A heated debate. A shocking betrayal. We all know the feeling. We sit down thinking we just want a quiet evening to relax, right? Yet literally minutes later, we're scrolling through hundreds of comments about people we don't even know. We're totally captivated. We just can't stop watching. Section 2. Survival in ancient tribes. 100,000 years in the past. Imagine living back then. No screens, no internet. Your local tribe was your entire universe. In that world, ignoring conflict wasn't just minding your own business. It was incredibly dangerous. It meant missing a split in the group, failing a hunt, or even facing exile. But noticing the drama? Well, that meant you could choose your allies, avoid hidden threats, and actually survive. Basically, ignoring social conflict wasn't smart. It could literally cost you your life. Section 3. The neuroscience of gossip. The brain's ancient threat detector. You see, the ancestors who paid the closest attention to all that tribal drama were the ones who survived, and they passed their highly alert brains directly down to us. Right at the core of that alert brain is the amygdala. It's the structure deep inside your head that acts like a constant 24/7 radar. It's always scanning for emotionally vital survival events. Calm, everyday information, that just passes right by. But the amygdala, it's always standing guard. When something dramatic happens, the amygdala sends this urgent biological alarm echoing right through your nervous system. Pay attention. And it happens instantly. Your heart rate spikes, your vision narrows. So, what actually triggers this alarm? Fear. It's a highly charged emotion that instantly activates our most primitive survival circuits. Anger. In prehistoric times, an angry tribe member was a direct physical threat. Your brain absolutely knows it cannot ignore that. And shock. When we experience these massive emotional spikes, our memory literally locks the event in. This is exactly why you remember an intense argument vividly for years, but you instantly forget what you had for lunch yesterday. Who cheats? Who shares food? Who breaks promises? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we look at gossip today. We criticize it, right? We treat it like this bad, toxic habit. But historically, it was absolutely vital social intelligence. Knowing the answers to these specific questions meant knowing exactly who to trust with your life. And this leads us to a really fundamental psychological concept, the negativity bias. Basically, evolution wired us so that negative events demand way more attention and forge much stronger memories than positive ones. And this is exactly why calm conversations and kindness rarely go viral. Our brains were simply built to prioritize threats because a peaceful, happy day never required immediate life-saving action. Section 4. Algorithms exploiting ancient brains. The modern exploit. Here's the stark contrast. In ancient times, drama only happened occasionally, and it provided that vital social intelligence we just talked about. But today, we literally have a whole world's worth of drama delivered straight to our pockets every single minute. The environment has completely changed, but the biological hardware inside our heads, it's exactly the same. And guess what? Social media platforms understand this ancient wiring perfectly. They know the formula inside out. Emotion equals clicks, comments, and endless scrolling. They weaponize outrage, fear, and controversy because they know that on a purely biological level, intense emotion guarantees you won't look away. It's kind of a tragic irony when you think about it. Your brain actually thinks it's gathering crucial survival information. It fully believes it's protecting you by forcing you to look at all this controversy. But in reality, our minds are just trapped in this endless cycle of artificial stimulation. Section 5. Taking back your control, overriding the autopilot. But here's the good news. You can absolutely override this autopilot. First step, pause before reacting. Just stop for a second. Second, ask yourself, is this situation truly important, or is my ancient brain just reacting to flashing lights on a screen? Third, choose to consume information that actually helps you grow. And fourth, actively limit your exposure to all that outrage. It really all comes down to one core philosophy from our source material: spend more time creating than consuming. By shifting your focus from passively absorbing digital drama to actively creating something meaningful, you take the reins back. Because controlling your attention, that means controlling your life. Awareness gives you something that evolution never could: choice. Sure, the modern world might try to amplify and exploit our deepest instincts with every single notification, but because you now know exactly how the machinery works, you have the power to step back and get off the track. Your brain is following ancient programming. You don't have to. That quote really hits the nail on the head. Your mind will always naturally notice drama. That is just a biological fact, but you absolutely do not have to be trapped by it. So, what does this all mean for you? Now that you know the secret, will you let ancient instincts control your screen time today? The next time a notification tries to hijack your amygdala, remember the power you hold to simply look away. Keep taking control of your attention, and as always, stay curious.